When you DM someone for the first time, that's like asking them, hey, can I come in your house? You don't know who I am, but let me in. And I'm going to give you a compliment that, and hey, let me in. No. And this is one of the biggest abuses of building relationships that I see over and over and over again. And I know that you're listening or watching this, you've been a recipient of this, and you know how it makes you feel. There are times that I get direct messages and I feel like I want to go take a shower after I get the message because I feel so, ugh. Welcome, everyone, to episode number 6 of the ROR Factor. Today, we're going to talk about stop DMing your way, stop forcing your way, stop messaging, forcing your way into people's lives. This is one of the hugest mistakes that people make. And so, as you're watching this, as you're listening to this, if you've been guilty of doing this, that's okay, because I've been guilty of it too. But after teaching the ROR method, after teaching return on relationship, after doing this for over a decade, there's one thing I learned is to not do that. Now, I'm on the receiving end of this all the time. And those of you probably are those people as well that have been on the receiving end, where someone sends you a direct message, whether it be Instagram or Messenger or LinkedIn or whatever direct message text method that they use, where someone shows up, you have no idea who this person is, and they're trying to win you over. They're trying to get your attention. And one of the things that we have to remember is when you were a child, one of the first huge lessons that was constantly ingrained into you as a child was what? Don't ever talk to strangers. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Don't take candy from a stranger. That was just constantly drilled into you. And so, because we have been conditioned since we're children to not speak to strangers, don't take things from strangers, don't communicate with strangers. As we've grown into adulthood, that's something that stays with us. And so when your phone goes off, when your computer goes off, you have a message from someone, you don't know who they are, you've never heard from them before. Subconsciously in our minds, this is a stranger. This is someone that I don't know. So automatically, people are building walls and they don't even know that they're doing it because it's just wired within us. And so if you've had success at doing this, congratulations. But I would highly challenge the strength and the authenticity of that relationship that you have with that individual if this is the way that you spend time trying to build relationships. And so I'm going to be polarizing here. I'm just going to say you need to stop. Don't do this. It's not the right way. I was like, well, you can't say right way and wrong way. Well, you know what? Based on experience, I can say this is the wrong way because I know how it makes me feel. And I know how other people share with me how it makes them feel. Just imagine for a second, if you were in your house and you got a message from someone that said, hey, Christopher, I'm standing out in front of your house and I wanted to see, hey, could you come to the door and let me in? I want to talk to you. No, I have no idea who you are. Absolutely not. What if they did this? Hey, Christopher, I'm standing outside in front of your house and I just wanted you to know that you're so inspiring. I learned so much from you. I'd love to chat with you some more. Mind if I come in and we chat for a second? No, I do not know who you are. Thank you for the compliment, but no. Before I let you past that door, I need to know who you are. What are you made of? Where you come from? Like, I'm not going to bring you in to my world, bring you into my life if I don't know you. And when you DM someone for the first time, that's like asking them, hey, can I come in your house? You don't know who I am, but let me in. And I'm going to give you a compliment that, and hey, let me in. No. And this is one of the biggest abuses of building relationships that I see over and over and over again. And I know that you're listening or watching this, you've been a recipient of this, and you know how it makes you feel. There are times that I get direct messages and I feel like I want to go take a shower after I get the message because I feel so, ugh. You know, there's that slimy, um, unauthentic person that just, they want something. It just smells of this person wants something, that they're not interested in me. They really don't care. They just really want something. And, you get that message and people say, hey, you're really inspiring. I love all the posts that you do and everything's great. And I'm like, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate the comment. And then the message, then it comes. So how's business? Or this is the one that I really love. Someone sends you a message and they say, hey, Christopher, how are you doing? And all they're trying to do, just don't do that. All they're trying to do is strike up a conversation to get dialogue back and forth to try and get you engaged so they can eventually ask you something. Because when they do that, you usually answer how you're doing, or you say thank you for the compliment. And then after you tell them a little bit how business is doing, then they say, hey, have you ever considered da 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 da? Like, oh man, why did I fall for this? I shouldn't do that. But sometimes you do, because we like to be connected with individuals. I like to grow my network. It's nice when people say kind things, but don't lead with direct messaging. Direct messaging, Instagram, Facebook, all those methods, it's a form of communication. Stop using it as a form of trying to build authentic, meaningful relationships. That's not where you start. It's impossible almost. And the other reason too, when you reach out to someone and you send them a direct message, you fall into the category of everybody else that's doing it. Everyone else that's not being authentic, and everyone else that just has agenda or wants something. So if you want to be authentic, people talk about authenticity. And if you want to be authentic, be different than everybody else. And the way to do that is human connection in the direct written form. And we're going to do a whole podcast episode about that. And those of you that know me, have heard me talk about this a lot. If this is the first time that we've ever become in contact with each other, you're going to hear a whole lot more about this. But find a way to reach out to them physically. Best way, send them a note in the mail. Send them a handwritten message. That is the number one way to lead the building of a relationship, is spend the time to connect with them by sending them a note. You send it to them. They open it on their time. They absorb it when they want. It's not forced into their messages along with everything else that they get. When I was speaking at Funnel Hacking Live last September, I gave a gift to all the people that purchased a ticket, and it's like $1,000 value. When you buy a ticket, you get these bonuses. And so this is my bonus to you. If you're listening to this, message me. And it's okay. I'm giving you permission to message me with the power of 2 cards. Just send me that message, and I will send you a little document that teaches you how you can send gratitude cards and thank you notes and cards, messages, letters out to people. And it's called the power of 2 cards, because there's tremendous amounts of power in sending out messages and contacting in the written form. It is old fashioned. It's the old way. That's the only way they communicated: sending telegrams, sending cards, sending letters. And there's a whole different feeling that you can put in that than you can put in a direct message. And so if you're listening to this, you're watching this, send me that message, the power of 2 cards. And I'd be glad to share this with you as my free gift to you, that you can learn how to do this. And people message me all the time that do this. My students, my clients send, oh my word, Christopher, this is amazing. I was on the treadmill this morning and I got a message from someone that took a screenshot, and the screenshot they took that they sent to me was a direct message that they got from the person they wrote a handwritten note to. That the person took a photograph of the handwritten note and DM'd that back to my friend and client and said, thank you for this handwritten note. They took the time to take a photograph of it and send it to them and thank them for it. And so that's the way that you can show up in a positive way in people's lives. Stop DMing, stop direct messaging. Oh my word, just don't do it. Don't have that be your lead. All of that technology is a form of communication. It's not made so that you can force your way and message your way into people's lives, because that puts you in a category of everyone else. You're not different, and it just makes you like everybody else. And people can smell a mile away. Now, if there's someone that you desire to build a relationship with, because you're beginning with the end in mind, that you know there's this opportunity to do this interview or collaboration or some type of joint venture, or you need their help, totally fine with that. But it's how you show up, how you appear, sets the tone for the entire direction of that relationship. So remember, since we're kids, stranger danger, we're told don't talk to strangers. If strangers come up to you, what are you supposed to do? Go the other way. If a stranger if you direct message someone and you're a stranger to them, mentally, they're going to go the other way. They're going to lose interest in you just like that. So don't put yourself in that category. One of the things that you can really think about is think about the times when people have made that and reached out to you. How did that make you feel? Maya Angelou says people will forget what you did, they'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And I'll guarantee you, if someone gets the power of two cards, if someone gets a handwritten card in the mail, they think, oh my word, the person had to get my address. They had to go buy these. They had to write this. They had to lick and put a stamp on here. And they took the time to go to the post office and mail. There is so much effort. Anybody can send a DM. Super easy. Do it on your phone. Think of all the effort that has to go into the other one. Now, in the power of two cards, I do share with you how you can get their address. People are thinking, well, great. I buy into this, Christopher. I want to reach out to them, but I don't know how to get their address. If message me free address training, and I'd be glad to share with you some training that is the easiest way. It works 99% of the time to be able to get the address of anybody. It doesn't matter if they're an A-lister, celebrity, big influencer, doesn't matter who it is. This works like magic. So go ahead and reach out to me, and I'd be glad to share with you the free training that I have on how to find someone's address. It works 99.9% of the time. It's like magic, and it's really super and easy. I can teach you how to do it. It's super simple. So that's shorter message today. Stop DMing. Stop forcing your way in, because it starts the relationship off on the wrong foot. And stranger danger. People are going to build up a wall. And the last thing you want to do is you make this effort to build relationships and reach out is to have to climb over these gigantic walls that you're creating that don't need to be there. Don't underestimate the power of physical touch by sending people notes, gifts, packages. We live in a society where there's amazing technology. You can send something to someone right from your phone. And we can talk about how I want to teach how to do that. There's a hack that we've done that made it so that you can literally send something to someone within 45 minutes of when they say something on social media. I want to talk about power. That's absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for being here on the RWAR Factor. I love every opportunity that I have to be able to show up in your life and to be able to share with you how you can take relationship building and connecting to the next level, because every single thing in life and business swings on hinges. Those hinges I call relationships. Hinges open up doors, heavy doors. Hinges open up doors of opportunity. So if you want to change your life, if you want to change your business, go all in on relationships, because they do open up the doors of opportunity that you need in your life. There's things that you know that you need, but I guarantee you there's a time that something's going to happen, something's going to go on in your life. It's happened to me that was so timely. And the reason that person came in is because I had already done the work to build that authentic relationship. And then they showed up at that period of time in my life when I needed them, or I was able to reach out to someone and ask them for help. So thank you again for being here. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you back on episode number 7.